Hello, everyone.
Hello,
welcome back.
to Digital Death Simulator V3.
I am still recovering from a bit of a nasty cold, but I am here nonetheless.
I'm recovering from the second-degree burns, but I'm here nonetheless.
I'm recovering
They're
from
not-
up till 5 a.m. today. Last time,
Let's
we
get
went
started.
on 4 dates and then investigated Miyu's murder. This time, we're investigating Miyu's murder, this time in the virtual world.
Yep, this time we're back in
think
Animal Crossing.
I think I saw this. I said this line earlier.
You did.
Then let's continue.
Alright.
So you liked it after all.
You know,
Dun.
Sorry, brain. I'm recovering from nap. Alright. So, we're back here.
100%.
Apparently, they always arrive in this room when we log in.
Mew said that logging in and out isn't possible unless we're in this room.
Huh?
Then, how did I get logged out while I was on the rooftop?
Okay.
Yes, we need to investigate that area too.
What should we do? First, we're going to check Miyu's avatar, right?
That's right.
I think her avatar is still near the chapel.
Then let's head out to the chapel.
Can you not do the robot voice?
Oh,
I should check the map before heading to the chapel. Why? Is it gonna have changed? 2 maps on the wall. One of the mansion, one of the world. Check the map of the mansion first. Blah, blah, blah. We already know all this. We split up while looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi had the salon, Smoogie the dining room, Kaito the roof, and Gonta the outside.
there's no bedroom?
No. This is the map of the entire virtual world. The world is surrounded by walls in all 4 directions. There's a loading point in the middle, so the map is split in 2. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. That's how this world is designed. It's strange. I feel as though there's some secret to this.
It's a whole new world we live in.
This map was made by Miyu. Is that what's bothering me?
Hey, Shuichi.
I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it?
Huh?
Huh?
You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you?
No.
I never did anything like that.
Shuichi!
Don't forget, we're here for you, bro.
Can I just say that
Indeed.
that emote of oh my god, those emotes of Kaito and Kibo with the little blush happy faces are adorable.
Yes.
You're not alone anymore.
Yeah, Zid, I figure there's a grape and strawberry tower situation going on. Namely, I think that, the hotel is considered the same map as the outside of the chapel. And that if you were to, like, go out the window in the lodge, you would wind up on the east side of the map.
That's fine. You don't need to withdraw into a show, you know?
But I want to be a Koopa. They're cute.
Koopas are cute. Have you seen the Mario Bros. Movie?
Yes,
No.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
they are kind of adorable.
I'm so proud of you. You made people friends with.
I almost said you made people with real friends. Oops.
You made friends with real people, not maps.
That's wrong.
I'm investigating. Just investigating. Okay. I mean, We said we were gonna check out the roof, and the roof is right there, but I guess the game is leading me.
Oh, Shuichi, could you please come with me?
What happened?
What happened?
I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way.
This is toilet paper, right? Why would it be in a place like this?
That's right.
It's cold here.
Huh?
Shuichi said it.
Which means...
My initial thought was that someone may have come here to defecate.
You could have said gone to the bathroom.
Hi, Dragon Cat. And no, sadly, it was not Gatomon.
No.
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, as I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world.
He just poops out badly.
I'm sorry.
Ah,
Oh, wait.
but...
It's still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case?
Well,
It has-
I think this is the first time anybody has ever been embarrassed that they don't have to poop.
I saw something on the roof.
Was it the
Oh.
telescope?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we can't do anything about that right now. Said to go to the chapel.
My apologies.
I apologize for earlier.
No need to apologize. I'm not quite certain why he's apologizing anyway. Zen, I don't know why Guzzlord would feel one way or another.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, that Guzzlords cannot produce waste in any capacity.
Ah.
They're just black holes.
Then what do they do?
They're like Kirby. They
Okay.
eat, and that's it.
I knew it was going to be like this, but it's so cold.
If it's snowing this much, any clues might get buried.
She makes a good point.
Maybe that's what the culprit wanted?
That is surprisingly insightful of you, Himiko.
Huh? Why's the bridge here?
You mean there was no bridge earlier?
Yeah, but we put it back.
Hey, so...
Hey, isn't this the signboard that Miu threw into the river?
You know...
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's only one of them.
No.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was stuck on the rocks in the river.
Ah.
Hey, bud.
What's up?
Oh,
What? I'm just wondering, in the Japanese version, was there any something different written on the signboard instead of Mirai Hills?
I don't know, actually. I'll have to look into that.
Mirai is a Japanese word, so it would make sense for
Yes,
yeah,
it
it
means
means
future.
future.
I just know it because the ending song to Sonic X in the Japanese version was Mirai.
Anyway. Oh, so that's what happened.
Oh, you're right. It's also a Pokemon.
But...
But
Miraidon.
there's something bothering me. The rocks that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side.
Lowy does make a very good point.
True. Hibiko.
Oh, that was me. So
That was me, sorry. I was looking at chat. What about whoops. Dang it. What about that bothers you? It just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right?
From the chapel to the mansion?
Shuichi!
Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving.
Alright, for now, we need to investigate the scene. Now I'm curious. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. There would have been no way for the signboard to end up like that, unless something else caused it, or words. You know what I mean?
As I thought.
The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her. So there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's just like how we left it. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a whole magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant.
What?
If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Unfortunately.
No, thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year.
Maybe when we get out of this. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually, look at all this stuff scattered about. What happened here?
Jeez.
That's what we're gonna start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi?
Well, I think what happened was they were all in her inventory, and when she collapsed, they just popped out as drops.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
This is a hammer. Why would there be
Where's
a
the
hammer
sickle?
in this world? Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw the hammer. All dangerous items should have been deleted. Mew said she deleted dangerous objects. Can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. Was Mew lying? Why would she lie? Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world? But what could they be for?
No.
Ah, that's it. It's a phone, so...
A cell phone. I can't believe there's something like this here.
Ah,
Kaito, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I just want to test something out.
Come on, man.
Help you out?
Of course.
Of course. I never say no to a favor from my sidekick.
thank you.
Okay, I was gonna make a dirty joke and I decided not to.
Thank you, Kaito.
You know,
So what do you need me to do?
Is that all right?
Ah, you don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here.
I just gotta stand here?
Kaito Momoto.
I knew it.
Oh!
He logged out, just as I thought. This can be used to log out, just like the phone in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves. If you just say their name, you can log out anyone you like.
All right.
I see. Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down.
Kaito got banned in VR chat. Thank you, Blonde.
I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later.
He shows back up. What the fuck, bro?
Is this a piece of lattice? Why is this here?
Yeah, that is a mysterious object. Let us look at it.
It's a wooden mat. It used to be common in bathrooms. It kind of looks like a pallet.
Eh?
I didn't see anything like that at the chapel. Where did it come from?
Not from the chapel. And why is it here?
Yeah.
I just figured it out with my magic.
Huh?
Huh? You did?
I see.
Maybe someone used that instead of the soaring board to cross the river? That someone is the culprit.
No.
I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you did use the cross, there's no reason it would be here.
I know that. I was just testing you a little.
Why would you want to test me?
Eh?
But what does this mean? What's something like this doing here?
I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure that it must have something to do with the case.
Time to look at Mew's corpse.
Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we couldn't investigate. The avatars never show injuries, so they stayed the same. She still looks almost alive.
But
Her face is so pretty here, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess we gotta talk to everybody? Maybe go into the chapel?
Aw.
We gotta talk to people.
What's wrong, Kibo? Is something bothering you?
Well,
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to the case.
What whispering?
You heard whispering?
yes.
Yes, I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching.
Since this is something you overheard, I think this might be something that we did not actually hear before.
Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Miyu.
It would seem Kokichi and Miyu had made plans to meet each other.
Huh?
Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Then,
Then those two met on the rooftop?
well,
But it's strange, right? If they were planning to meet on the mansion's rooftop, why did Miyu volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
you're right.
That is true. If they were meeting on the roof, she would have wanted to search the mansion.
Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And with no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gone from the chapel to the mansion.
That's true. Something is strange about all this. Okay, I've finished my investigation of this area.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, it would seem that we're finished investigating this place.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects?
It seems like you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world.
I see. Just like the real world.
Eh?
So, what are we gonna do next? Are we going back to the real world already?
Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion rooftop.
As I thought.
Very well then.
The place Miyu and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito locked out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there.
I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, let's go do that, Shuichi.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I feel like we should also be investigating the fact that I heard Kibo.
Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself.
Shuichi!
Please give the class trial everything you've got and see us through to the end. And I'll do my best as well, of course.
We know you will, Kibo. You're the best.
Oh, whoops. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective after all.
You can't go inside the chapel?
Let me see. I think it will let me. Yeah. This whole section has been...
I had a very delightful experience today.
That's good to hear.
When I was out on a walk, I found that a house that I was walking by was giving away a free portable fire pit. So I carried that back to my house, and now I have it.
Nice.
Shuichi!
Hey, Shuichi, what was that all about?
Sorry.
Kaito, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to see if you could log out using the cell phone.
Jeez.
Then tell me first! That was bad for my heart! I suddenly got logged out! I panicked and rushed back here!
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Come on now, that's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation.
You know,
I wasn't interfering. Wait, why did you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating?
I wanted to investigate the rooftop next.
Huh? What's important about the rooftop? Was it Mio at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it.
Oh. No, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning. It'll be okay.
Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all.
If you're gonna be like that, then do what you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever.
No, not the rooftop, the rooftop.
I like to investigate some rooftops.
Same.
No, not me. I'm good.
Anyway, but Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deduction. And my
Sure.
deductions are his.
Sure.
Hey now. Are you some credit-stealing bully?
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna investigate Miyu's avatar since I got interrupted last time.
Sorry. Well then.
Well then, let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah.
I noticed there was a statue onto the left side that you could investigate.
Yeah, we should.
Clasp my hands together, spread them out, making a rainbow like that one SpongeBob episode. Except on the rainbow it says, "Shut the fuck up, Kaito."
Time could be up soon. I should hurry to the rooftop.
One of my one of the memes that I saw, it was, instead of imagination, it was nobody cares, and then I remember for a banner for Dota 2 was just that, but it said baked.
What?
You know what I said.
No, I don't get the joke. You know what? Don't worry.
It said fuck, I'm baked, as in stoned.
Oh, yes, I get it. Okay. Anyway.
Miu and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop. And the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out.
That's true.
This area must have something to do with the case.
Oh, I see.
Hey,
What's wrong, Tsumugi?
Look at that doorknob, it's locked.
ah,
Ah, it is. It's a thumb-turn lock. Easy to lock.
But it seems you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. And look, the keyhole on this is on this side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
no.
Not necessarily. I've seen this before, to prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see. Is that so?
This rooftop has a lock on the door. That is important information.
That is indeed important information.
Yes, what's extra important is the fact that it was locked, but somehow we all came up through it.
Huh.
Kido, did you find anything?
This is difficult. There's nothing here that seems to resemble a clue. But Miyu should have arranged to meet with Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues which indicate that.
Did Miu ever come to the rooftop? That is an important question.
Hey,
Hey, Kibo, I wanted your opinion on something. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from outside the mansion?
Well,
No, that would have been very difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the edge of the roof is roughly the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
You're right.
Yeah, certainly too high to jump.
as I thought.
Which means it would have been impossible to climb up from the outside.
That means that the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. What's wrong, Kimiko?
Okay.
And murders happen in a mansion in the snow like this. There are always locked room mysteries created by piled up snow, isn't that right? It's disappointing that you can't leave footprints on the snow in this world. That would be an excellent clue.
Is that something to be disappointed about?
Nothing to do except check the telescope.
It might not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see that this building's on top of a hill. And I can't see past this point because it's the map's loading point. But that is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. The storage room. It's a little different than how I remember. I feel as if something is missing. Yeah, the lattice was here. It feels as if something is missing. But I wasn't paying close attention the first time, so I don't remember. But the player remembers this time. I've inspected everything here. All that's left now is...
Oh, it's Maki!
Oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
Huh?
Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
I told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone.
He finished?
Shuichi!
Suk?
We should
probably-
We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I've investigated everything I need to.
Shuichi!
Well then, we'll head back first.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna say goodbye to my avatar.
Do you like it that much?
Then,
You should go too.
hey,
Go to where?
What's wrong?
You.
Go to line 10.
Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
huh?
What?
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara before you're a detective. Don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Harukawa to be an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki.
Ugh.
Oh, what? Was she being considerate just now? I keep doing that. I think the conversation is over. I start holding down the B button so I can start running. And then there's more text.
I gotta say, I like the noise you make when you're running.
Yeah, it's nice. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
games that just like make unique, satisfying sound effects for walking or running. It's part of the reason why I love Etrian so much.
It's just you and me. We should log out too.
by the way,
By the way, did something happen between you and Kaito?
Huh?
What?
well,
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
sorry.
I'm sorry, that's probably my fault. Shuichi Saihara. And I leveled up from that, apparently. Ah. I pulled the device off my head, and the real world appeared before me.
Shuichi!
Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality?
You shut your
And
mouth.
sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I'll just say that
The
much.
virtual world has Digimon in it, so automatically better.
I don't know, we could discuss this all day, but now's not the time for this.
Anyway, I feel so lonely without you around. Apologize for making me feel unloved.
Apologize for being born, you gremlin.
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you.
I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
Huh?
What?
It's a lie.
I'm kidding. So, what is it you want to ask?
Is that alright?
You planned to meet Mew on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her?
Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay.
I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with Mew. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked.
Huh?
Locked?
After I gave up and went back to the salon to search for the secret of the outside world.
Is that true, Kokichi?
Are you doubting me?
That's...
Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there?
No, I don't have a witness.
right?
But you can also say there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Unless you saw the salon empty yourself.
Anyway,
Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
You shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners.
No, we're not. We never were.
Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with Mew or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? Which is it?
Kokichi drew a heart on Shuichi's belly. I love it.
I feel like he'd be the type to draw a dick on your face.
But the thing about Kokichi is that everything is true. Even the lies, especially the lies.
All the lies are true and the truths are lies.
Honestly, I could believe that he would draw a dick on his face and a heart on his belly.
He really is trying to be our friend. A little bit, at least.
So...
How are you familiar with Mew's code?
Oh.
I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric
It's
thing
just
about her.
lined with expletives.
Yeah,
sex.
I was about to say that. All the comments
Oh my
are...
God. Just randomly looking through this code and you end up finding the word bitch.
No, just
Yeah, like,
constant comments about how the original developers are complete idiots.
She writes her code so that the binary spells out swears.
That's not a thing.
in the comments, she says, "This was a bitch to write," or "I'm so fucking smart," or things like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Got a minute?
So, what did she tamper with? I'm gonna take a sip of water.
I'll share the first one with you. Deleted a lot of objects, okay.
She said that she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer?
Okay.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world.
Okay, that was original.
That implies Mew hid that fact from us, which means the two maps.
By the way,
Sook?
By the way,
Sweet.
we were talking about objects. I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard across the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge?
So only that signboard could have been used as a bridge.
So, what's the next thing she tampered with?
okie dokie.
Parameters?
Really?
Ah,
Interesting.
That's...
And
I'm a
what
coder,
happens-
so I know what he. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Same. And
Oh,
what happens when you become an object?
I was about to say that since I've done some coding, I know what parameters are. Yay me for knowing how shit works.
Well,
But if it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of her way to do that?
Ah! So...
She created an additional wall? There were walls in all four directions, and two down the y-axis.
Hey!
But you're positive there was only one?
Okay!
Definitely the only one.
So what does that mean?
Probably the loading zone. What does that mean? Which wall was the one Mew added? What was the world like originally? You said there wasn't anything past the wall. Is that another lie?
Non-human objects.
It allows objects through?
I see.
I see. That's very interesting.
Hey!
So, are those all the things she tampered with?
Ah!
One more thing.
Really?
Huh?
A strange setting?
Okay! Then...
So, if Mew touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed?
hey,
Who was it?
Oh.
Kokichi.
Huh?
Eh? It's me? I didn't know that. Oh, God, I wouldn't know. I never touched me in that world. I see. I didn't even notice.
Okie dokie! Okay.
That helps a lot. Thanks.
Thank you, Monotaro.
Yeah, I have to say, the bit about never voicing him kind of loses its bite a little bit in a scene where he's actually being helpful and giving a lot of useful information.
Yeah.
Once.
Don't worry, it'll be the only time this playthrough that it actually happens. We can safely go through and continue ignoring him after.
So...
Avatar user error. An error?
well,
Huh. I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though.
What kind of error could it be? That's important information.
It's time.
Well, I guess that's all the exploring that we can do.
okay, everyone. Time class trial.
Oh, I just had a dark thought. You know how
What?
Himiko seemed like she wasn't interested in the avatar at first, but then later was like, yeah, I really dig this avatar? What if
Yeah?
What if Miu isn't the dead one? What if Himiko and Miu got swapped when they logged out?
Interesting.
Like their brains swapped or something?
That thing where
Yeah.
everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited. Really. I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self.
Mood.
Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway,
We go to the trial, he's
that's
just
all.
asleep. Just...
Hey!
You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know.
But it's gonna start, huh? We no can stop it anymore?
You're right.
No, we can't.
So,
We can't.
I'm your friend.
Huh? You just decided we're friends?
Unfortunately for you, Monotaro, both people have to agree to a friendship.
Thank
That, and you're probably going to forget.
Thank you. Gonta feel relieved.
Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Miu's death.
that's so mean.
And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit.
Among Us.
Among Us.
He's right. The culprit is someone here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm not even bothering to come up with a voice.
I mean, we shouldn't be voicing him anyway.
Yeah, that's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
Okay.
Wait,
That too.
I...
That's three.
Yeah, the flag is rising.
All right. So long. Farewell.
Farewell, Monotaro. Thank you for your assistance.
what did you say?
It's waving in the wind.
This is stupid.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go.
Gonta do his best.
Gonta do his best too. Gonta do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited! I'll definitely expose the culprit this time.
Tch, what's so exciting about this?
With conflicting emotions in our heart, we head into the Shrine of Judgment. Goodbye, Miu.
Goodbye, Miu. For all your pervertedness, all you wanted was just a friend. We'll make sure you're avenged.
It's been a trip.
It has been a trip. I still can't get over the fact that's just a giant-ass statue of Monokuma in the back.
It's Monokuma as a JoJo character.
I know.
So
That's what makes me conflicted.
It's a straight-up Pillar Man.
It's
Aye,
a
aye,
literal Pillar Man!
Yeah,
Pillar, man.
it looks like that's everyone.
Oh, this everyone, huh? There a lot less of us now.
It's plain to see. This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we've allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
Right?
But we can't stop now. We can't let the fun end.
Don't!
Cut it out! I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey,
Oop, hold on. Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
I guess.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. We'll just be the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing game would end.
But we'd be dead.
Don't say stupid crap like that! It's pointless if we all die!
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. It's the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the
Suki,
truth
you're
here,
getting feedback?
everyone will
Yep.
be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
You're getting feedback.
Come on, man.
Echo. Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
Ah, what?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry the burden all...
Get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
huh?
Huh? What's your problem?
You really don't get it.
We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi. You know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not...
Okichi, you're annoying.
Hello,
Please don't.
Celestia. Whoa! Killer Girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around.
I want it to be Kokichi, because I want him to die. Maki's
Me
glare
too.
seemed to do the trick, as Kokichi turned around, dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll.
Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
Ah, my bad. Sorry.
Kaito, I'm okay.
Well,
Hmm?
I know what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you and won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
thank you.
Thank you, Kaito.
Thank you, Kaito.
True, true. However, if Kokichi engineered a way to kill Mew without touching her, like, say, if he dropped something on her, or if you messed around with the
Let's do it.
machine,
Alright, let's go.
yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. And like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really. The fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive.
You're gonna have a fair bit of new skills to use this time.
Yep. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling.
Your body was ready.
Welcome! Welcome! Go ahead and stand behind any open podium.
Someone's angry.
Is he back to normal?
Why?
Huh? You not friend anymore? He just decided on his own that we were friends.
Bastards!
Okay then.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? Thanks for that.
How confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
That's another death flag!
Anyway,
Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off.
We went to our podiums, as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the fourth time. The fourth class trial was about to begin. Yu Iruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy, after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her. Why does Himiko look so drunk there? It's one of us.
Looks like that.
And I wouldn't be surprised if I said that every time. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.
Alright.
It's time.
Let's get going.
Make sure you save, though.
Yep. Alright, skill time.
Skill time.
Okay.
Laser beam.
So I've got 11 points to work with.
What about that
fuck
thing
it.
you got from Miyu?
I don't remember which one I got from you.
It was something about X-ray camera.
goggles, which you even commented on how useful it was when you saw what it did.
Grenade. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to free up 3 points. Let's see. That's a contender.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I've got 5 points left.
If you freed up another 3, you could also get Killer Smash, which is really useful.
Let me see what Killer Smash does.
That's the gun ability, by the way.
It's okay. Let's see. I think I'm good with my loadout.
Alright.
Let's go.
Class trial is in session.
Ahem. Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation. Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it! We can't die here!
Good to see
my.
Hibiko stepping up.
Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
He's not wrong.
The fact that Kaito is the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be.
By the way, your final hidden Monokuma is in the second Hangman's Gambit about 20 seconds into it.
Okay.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Let's see. First, we need to decide if Mew is killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
I think I know what you have to do.
Also, there is a back route here.
Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Oh,
Of course it's...
Let's see.
Impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison.
Let's see.
On Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to...
Yes, we did find it on Kokichi's seat. Well, I think I know what the normal route
Pin the blame
is.
on me.
The back
That
route,
diversion
I
was
am
part
not
of your
sure.
plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito,
Maybe it is
any
the...
last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Well, we would have to subvert one of these statements.
Kaito logged out first.
Let's see.
My gut says that the lie would be about the bottle of poison not causing the eyes to become bloodshot.
left by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when he poisoned her.
I'll reveal the truth.
Backwards successful.
What was the
yeah.
original? What was the original?
Kokichi, Mew couldn't have been killed with poison.
I want to say it might have been just shooting it with the poison, but I don't remember.
Well, let me take a
And
look.
it's much too early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
Okay, yeah, that is the impression that I got.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
I know Kokichi hasn't forgotten about that. He's just pretending. Alright, Kokichi, I'll play your game. If you're going to lie, I will too.
Have you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison. It's not like Mew could have been killed by an antidote.
Oh.
What? Are you serious here? Come on, Shuichi.
I'm gonna guess that on the main route, it points out that it should have made her eyes bloodshot and they weren't, or something like that.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
I know that expression. Kokichi is toying with me. He knows the flaw in his argument. He's just pretending not to.
Is this fun for you? Messing with a trial?
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
Of course. I'm sorry. I was just misremembering.
I can't let Kokichi continue this line of questioning. It will implicate Kaito. Why is Kokichi doing this? I have no choice. I have to call him on it.
But Kokichi, you're misremembering as well. You were
Okay.
the one who told us about the warnings on the label. If you
I'm
remember what
kind
was
of
on that
sad.
label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
But I'm kind of sad, but it also makes sense that trying to bullshit Kokichi would be one of the times where the background is just getting immediately called out on our bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This back route was just a big whole nothing burger.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
Is he still pretending not to know?
So what does that mean? It means that Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shuichi?
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote. Let's focus on exactly what was written on that warning label. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause of death. The only one I can think of.
This is it! Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonte is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Oh my god.
I like that.
Kokichi would be the kind of
And the others
person
who
to
searched the chapel
find
were
that fucking
Keyboy,
4chan
Maki,
meme.
Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Kokichi, is that all you think about?
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
I'll have the massive badonkadonks.
I love how Kibo looks utterly fed up with this line of argument.
He's just like, fuck this shit.
The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
Alright, time to do some more thunking.
Yep. The part I'm worst at.
In the virtual world, Mew was
Well, we
fatally
can't
injured.
think for you.
True.
So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Mew
Let's see.
was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
We have to determine the specific cause of death. I think about the condition of Mew's body. That should yield a clue. Yeah,
In the virtual
this is
world,
obvious,
Mew
actually.
was fatally injured.
Yeah, it's super duper obvious.
Right to her avatar. It's the hammer!
Or with his hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is
I agree.
Thanks, Monkey!
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated.
Do you think she was strangled with the toilet paper?
But we already
Since
removed
it
the
do-
possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation.
Since objects don't break in the virtual world, you could use something as flimsy as that to strangle someone with.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
I can make one more.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
You know how Monokuma said last case that, like, if a second murder happens, that person isn't the black end and they get off scot-free? Just remember
Yeah.
that, Kokichi.
Yeah.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, I have an idea of what it might be. Found it during the investigation.
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
I guess you could say that Mew had a shitty way of dying.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that! What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Well, this was quick.
It's no time for nonsense! You know to use toilet paper in place of rope! What tear too easy?
I'll cut through your words!
That was also quick.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Breakable? You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
You know, I probably
Objects
should have
can't
seen what
break in that
happens in the
world,
second
then
phase,
toilet
but
paper shouldn't be able to tear.
I don't think there is a second
Since it couldn't
phase.
tear, it could be used as a rope.
well, we had a previous encounter where the thing we had to refute was in the first phase, and if you reached the second phase, you had to fail on purpose to get knocked back to the first phase.
Yeah, that was specifically with Gonta in Trial 4 of the last game. I mean, Gundam, my bad. How could I forget Gundam?
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
It really was.
It really was.
You took the words right out of my
Understand that
mouth.
logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
She was quite
That
a
is a
shitty
good
person.
question.
Maybe the culprit tried
I
to
already
get rid
made
of it
that
to destroy
joke.
the evidence.
Now it's gone down the drain.
Yeah. If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet
They
paper
could've
was
flushed
the
it
murder
out.
weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait,
I
we
can
already
think of
know who
one
brought
more
that hammer.
Mew.
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? You know what? I'm gonna say she was looking to kill Kokichi.
Yeah, that seems pretty likely.
We need to
Yeah.
make that clear.
Make your argument.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
Oh, I know what we have
You
to do.
idiot! She was the victim!
What was Mew planning to do with the hammer? That's still unclear. I need to think back to what she was doing, what her plan was.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff!
Ah, Gonta, you cinnamon
Probably just
roll.
brought it for self-defense.
I love him so
Or
much.
she secretly met up with someone
You sweet summer child.
I agree.
I should know. I hate it every time I have to agree with Kokichi.
Mew
I
was
know.
gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokishi's already figured it out. She was planning to confess her love for Kokichi.
That's it!
Oh, Jesus.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep.
No other
She plotted to
explanation.
meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
All she would have needed to do was touch Kokichi, and then he would have been defenseless while she beat his brains in.
Yep. Just tap and then walk.
I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it.
Psych taxi time! Let's go!
You know, I was tempted to grab the skill that gives me a better car.
I was tempted to go at the beginning and go, yeah!
Oh, did
God,
you,
now I want
did
to
you
play
hear that?
Crazy Taxi.
Did you hear that new game that came out that is basically Jet Set Radio?
Oh, you mean Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? Yes!
Apparently, as if to kick Sega in the balls even more, apparently there's a Crazy Taxi-esque section as well.
Yes, that's your fast travel.
Nice.
God, I need to play that game. Even
So
though
do
I've
I.
never played a Jet Set Radio, I've never played a Jet Set Radio game, but it looks fun as hell.
I've played the first one. It definitely has some jank with it in terms of the movement. Like, sometimes just trying to get to the locations where you need to go to is a bit of a pain. But when things are working well, it feels real satisfying. And plus, my god, the vibes that game has.
Oh, I know. The music there is still good. Listening to that soundtrack, it's like, man, after 10 years, even after 20 years, Naganuma still don't miss. It's thinking time. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Well, this is an obvious question. Mew.
Kibo.
Not
He's a
Kibo.
heartless
He's
robot.
too much. No, he's not.
I know. He has more heart than anyone. He keeps them in a jar.
Next question.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
That freaking reminds me. So, I was going out with my roommate today.
Okay.
And while we were heading back, we passed by the vet office where we take our cats for their checkups. And my roommate noticed, oh hey, our vet office has a second floor. I never noticed that. And then we got to talking about what they keep up there. And my roommate was like, well, it's gotta be where they keep all the cool cats, right? And I was like, oh, so you mean the kitty morgue?
Oh no.
I'm trying to remember which was the song I really liked in Jet Set Radio. It's the one that has the scream that just goes on for like ages.
That would be humming. I think
Humming
it's
the bass line?
bass line? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Where did we find the afterlife?
I'd say one of probably, if you ask me for Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, some of my favorite songs are, I'd say Precious Thing, even though it talks about ass all the time. I'm not even joking. Get Enough is really, anything by Naganuma is just, mwah.
I haven't heard the soundtrack to Bomber Cyberpunk yet. I am looking
Oh,
forward to it.
dude, it's lit.
I will see it when I
You see it when you play it. Okay, thinking time. Why was there a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Hidden evidence, misplaced, deferred attention? Alright.
It connects.
I feel like we could have all answered that ourselves, but okay.
Yeah.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
He is kind of right, though, because how would she make Kokichi's eyes look bloodshot?
She would just hope that we
When
didn't.
could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time?
Wait, check the log in, log out record. No, it
Everyone
looks
logged
like
in.
she didn't log.
But
Yeah,
she logged in last.
You're right, she did. Several minutes.
Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
So we do have to use the log in, log out record.
Then Miu couldn't have placed the poison.
Oh.
Then who put poison bottle?
I think I know where to
The
put it.
person who logged out early was Kaito.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper.
No, it wasn't me, guys.
Poison is planted evidence. The question is when it is planted. To determine the when, we might also determine the who.
When could Miu have put the poison
What about the
there?
why?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon? Did you see her log in?
I didn't see that at all.
If she had logged in, then Miu couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong.
Break!
It was Miu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Miu was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did Miu log Kaito out?
This is obvious, it's the cell phone.
This is it!
I just realized you have a
It
buttload of
was the
truth
cell
bullets.
phone found by
Yeah.
Miu's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
I see. With that cell phone, She could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
And she also would have been able
to place in the virtual world.
And she also would have been able to alter the logs.
This is true.
This is
So
true.
that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
I miss her already.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
Yeah, Blanc, I noticed that.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
Did you shut the fuck
That's
up?
an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Oh!
This is a new theme.
We've actually
Wait,
heard it
coward?
once before. When
You say some
Renshiro
interesting
was
things
talking on the
sometimes,
video at the start of
Kaito.
the chapter.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Hoo, 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 hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
Oh, don't I know that.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
You kind of need tools for that.
I couldn't
Yeah.
pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked, so you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death. Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all?
Mew is waiting for me to arrive.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
Oopsie.
Mew is...
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that one's gonna be key.
waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
Both of these seem to fit with the thing that I'm saying.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mew to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
Oh, I know what we have to do here.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
But I'm gonna let you.
No.
I'm gonna let you figure it out.
That's wrong!
Oh, I might be thinking of a later
Must
point.
have gone to
Okay.
the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first. Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
I just had a thought about how the map was actually adjusted. Let me pull up the map of the world. So I've been thinking that, like, what if it was altered so that the west side of the map is the east side, and because of her being set as non-human, she was able to cross the east side of the map and wrap around to the west side.
Interesting.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
Mansion from the chapel.
There must have been some special method only you knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-OK.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case.
He's also not wrong.
I'm positive that you used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was.
A way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. I suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off! Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
Secret method only you knows. She tampered with the program. It's hard to imagine that has nothing to do with it. I'm sure she changed something.
A way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
I agree.
Jeez.
I hate agreeing with Kokichi, but I always love agreeing with Kibo.
There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Also, outside of the misclick, I'm doing really well this trial.
Yeah, I know.
Was there really?
You're doing very well.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive, Shuichi.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, and you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious.
I'd like to remind you that
It's got
these
nothing
two are
to do
right
with what
next
we
to
were
each other.
talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't
You
even
can
realize your
see
mistake?
you can see
Losing your
Kaito
edge.
move on Shoichi's side.
Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right. What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the... So why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now wait just a second.
Oh
It's
my
not
god.
actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you?
A whole new
That
approach
wall
at all.
that you
He's
set up, only lets non-human objects go through. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
I'll cut through your words.
Damn, Earth, you are on fire tonight.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed
What
her
are you saying,
avatar
Taze?
settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Tazi, you were saying something?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object.
It was a joke, but the moment passed.
Oh, okay.
She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble.
I mean, she would be into that.
So totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
I'm not upset. You're upset.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? 'Cause Mew said...
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied. Huh.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Kokichi, just because Mew's gone doesn't mean you get to take her place.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you know have to go
Kokichi.
that far.
Kokichi, she's not here to get turned on by you insulting her like that.
Stop it!
Take it easy.
Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something?
Yep.
I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
Motherfucker
So
was
now that
being
we know there's no hidden
deliberately
route, why did she
instigated.
manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
I gotta say
Yes.
though,
Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason.
Props to Kokichi for the creativity of that insult.
Oh yeah,
We aren't
absolutely.
sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help. even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Miu in the mansion, or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that's happened in there.
Mine? What's the question?
Oh wait, isn't this where the hidden Monokuma is?
No, it's in
Second hand
somewhere else.
20 seconds in.
Okay.
Oh.
I see it!
I am really glad for that ability. Thank you, Miu.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Miu dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. Should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're hopping immediately into a different minigame.
Psych Taxi again?
And sorry, which minigame was it that I'm supposed to be looking out for? I have forgotten already.
Hangman Gambit.
Okay.
You know, the game that's appeared in every...
Technically appeared in every game, but it's never been the same.
Nope. And hey, at least we can talk about more Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
True, but I don't have really much more to say. I said about, all I could think of last time.
I need to make a call. I will be right back.
Did you know that the voice actor for Trice, Yapiko, actually did some graffiti art for that game?
Okay, that question confused me because I saw the question being asked first, I was like, okay, it's asking about time. And then everything that comes up is place. I'm like, wait, what?
I just realized there's 4 phases here. It's usually 3. Gotta get at those item boxes.
But what if it's a fake item box?
Then we spin out and we lose time.
But also, what if it's a traveler's one and you get a blue shell?
But what if it really is a gift basket?
But I'm in first place. I don't want a blue shell.
Where is the end of the river? Thinking time. It was by the chapel side, wasn't it? Alright. Next question.
I will say, whoops. So,
no!
This reminds me a lot of the, of one of the mini games from Danganronpa 2, and I vastly prefer that mini game to this one.
The one where you're surfing inside? Yeah.
Yes.
You were surfing in Synthwave.
Yeah. Like, I like the vibes of this one, but, like, God, it goes for way too long just hitting item boxes.
Yeah. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Wait, how are you gonna fit another hooker? Your car can only fit 3 people. She's gonna ride in the trunk? I just realized you're only...
The billboards of you kind of made sense, but why did I have a billboard of Saluki right there?
Billboards are basically a splash art that you manually seen throughout the chapter. As you recall, the scene in Saluki's cosplay lab was mandatory.
Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Thinking time. Against the current or with the current?
Well, it just fits 3 people in back, I guess.
Alright.
It connects.
Complete.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
Dragon Cat, yeah, that would have been funny if she just wound up in the trunk.
But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side?
Look, I'm calling it right now. That wall there is where she could just loop around to the other side.
She probably grabbed the signboard
The
from
world
the
is a
chapel
donut.
wall to cross the river. Then left it on the
World is
boulders
square.
near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard
Besides,
where it
if
could
you
get swept
input
away
that
when the
in
river's
Daryl's
landed?
tomb, you can get the experience egg.
Yep.
Also, this has nothing to do with
But you don't
walking
have
through the
to if you
wall,
know where
right?
it is.
We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what.
Kokichi,
All
we're
the
not even
mysterious
at the
things that
halfway point of
happen
the trial
have to
yet.
connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't.
Okay.
The only one who can
Welcome
solve
back.
this mystery and save us all.
I am back, yes.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Oh.
Let's see.
I think it's that.
This is it! It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Easy, there's not the two walls there on the east and west side. There's just the one. They're the same wall.
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river.
Hi, hon.
Downstream and upstream connect.
that's it!
Ding, ding, ding.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Unless it was the same wall.
Wait, in that case...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls...
They're the same wall.
That's it!
Loopy!
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
Like I said, the world is a donut.
Think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
If you need help, just like take a piece of paper and make it into a tube.
The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
Dragon Cat has it right. More like an empty paper roll.
Yeah.
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've played plenty.
Secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up.
I believe we
Solve
have.
the mystery of the virtual world.
If you have not encountered one of these before, don't worry about it. If you have done at least one of these, Monokuma is here.
Let's see.
Not an L.
This one's
not an
kind
R.
of annoying.
W. Oh, I know the answer.
Hey! Better than me.
Nicely done. Complete.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop? Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a
just like the original Mario Brothers.
Loops?
What in the world?
I was gonna say, like Link's
true, it would
Awakening,
explain
it
where
has
the
that
signboard
same
was swept
loading
away.
feature mechanic. When you go off to the left side of the screen, right side of the screen, you pop up to the left,
into
the
the
new
wall
side of a
downstream of
different
the river.
screen.
Came out
was
of that
thinking more
small
like a,
Something a bit
stream.
different.
I'm thinking more like, say, the overworld in a Final Fantasy game, where if you go
Yeah, that
right
too.
long enough, you'll eventually end up on the left side of the map.
Right, but those ones
Or
look on
Dragon
both the north, south, and east, west.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Kaito, have
Fun
you never
fact,
played
the very
video
first
games?
The very first game that I've ever played that had any degree of looping world was Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
about right.
Who has time for video games? I have to become an astronaut.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains
Have
all
you
the
ever
things
never
that
played a
happened.
space video game, Kaito?
Mine was probably OG Mario Bros. The one where the one before Super Mario Brothers, the arcade one.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop... There!
Oh my god, this took me forever to figure
The
out.
map loading point was where the virtual world looped.
You are on fire.
We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
Has to be for a change. This is a welcome change from, you know, gravel in the swimsuit.
Yeah.
Or bone in the meat.
But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Me created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
This looks far
I
less
see.
natural.
So the mansion
Yeah.
and chapel were near each other,
I mean,
with a wall between them.
The cliffside works.
Not the
Not the
Not
forest. But also, Mew
Yeah,
is the
not
one
the
who made
forest.
this map.
And any sounds emitted near the chapel would
I-
also reach the mansion.
Don't think she made the map. I think she just added the map object to the game.
No.
She didn't make the map as in the map of the game. She made the map as in the map that is in the mansion.
Right, the thing we're looking at right now.
Monokuma made the actual setting. She just altered how it was laid out.
And she drew, like, when we saw the map on the wall inside the chapel, it was pointed out that Mew made the map.
Yes.
So she could absolutely have done the green around the forest to make it look more unnatural that they would be connected.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway.
The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
Wait a minute, I
That's
just
right.
thought of something.
That's how the virtual world works.
Kiva was not a human. Do you think he could have passed through the wall?
His avatar had human settings.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokishi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve if we can't find the culprit. It would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew?
And I think that's a good time to stop.
Yep.
Intermission.
We got our intermission.
Yeah. And also, there are events in real world that require my attention.
Yes. Possibly mine
Yes.
as well. So unfortunately, we'll have to leave the virtual world and go back to the real world.
And next time we'll figure out who done it.
Yes.
Hopefully.
See you next time.
Thank y'all. Bye now, bitches!
Hold on. Since you're Monokuma, wouldn't you be really tired?
Oh, right. There's.
So long. Farewell.
So long. Farewell.